Hi, here we are again. Hopefully you've done the warm-up session and the main session and enjoyed them both. And now, for a little change of pace, we're going to do a bonus that I hope you enjoy also. And this one's just going to be pencil. And it is going to be a botanical study. Here's the one that I worked on. Now, each one of us, since we'll be using live specimens, will actually be doing our own unique study from the specimen that we collect. But the process generally is the same. It's truly an exercise in seeing. And seeing, I think, is the fundamental skill of creating art. Not only do you see in reality and your mind's eye what you want to create, but the process of creating it is an iterative cycle over and over and over again. Basically 3 steps. That we do something on the paper, brush strokes, pencil strokes, whatever it might be, and then we stop and we look at it, we see it, we evaluate it. What do I like? What do I not like? What do I need to change? And then the 3rd step is to make those changes. And then we go on to the next group of brush strokes, pencil strokes, whatever it might be. So seeing really, really, really is at the heart of creating art. And there's also seeing what's in our minds. Sometimes what we're drawing or painting isn't really there in front of us or in a reference photo to work from, but it's in our minds, and that's where we see it. So we're just going to grab a specimen, grab a piece of paper, a pencil, some erasers, and just follow a process of carefully observing and recording what we see in that specimen. So we're going to be recording in 2 ways. One is visually. So obviously that's going to involve drawing. And drawing is just about, well, I think it is my favorite thing to do in art. I just love it. I do it all the time. I love it partly because the material, it's so accessible. It's just a piece of paper and a pencil and an eraser, and off you go. Nothing expensive, nothing special, no funny chemicals to work with, just you and the pencil. So we're going to be recording our visual observations with pencil in terms of sketches and text. So for the sketch, this is as you see it at this point, it's a finished drawing. It's not a line drawing, but it's got texture and shading and so on. It's not necessary to go this far with it. A line drawing that shows the proportions and the shapes and the relationships between elements is really what you need. If you want to go further and finish your drawing or even add color to it, that's totally up to you. So we will be sketching, observing and sketching what we see. And the wonderful thing about having a live specimen compared to a photo that you get on the internet is you can turn it around every way you want and see, oh, I need to know what's on the back, that the way that leaf is connected to the stem, I can't see in this photo, but if it's your specimen, you can turn it over and look. So in addition to doing the drawings as part of our observation, we're doing the text. So as you can see, I have quite a bit of text on here. And things that you possibly can see in the drawing but don't necessarily notice, such as this. Not all the leaves have the same number of lobes. Not all the leaves have the same number of lobes on both sides. Or that the mature leaf is 6 inches or so. So we're going to be using our sketches and our text to record what we want to remember about this particular thing that we're drawing, that we're studying. By the time I finished all of these leaves and a couple of acorns. I felt like I could, you know, to put this aside even and draw what these leaves look like. So what we're creating here is not only the experience of practicing seeing and recording it, but also of creating something, a reference that hopefully will be useful to us later. And if you find that you enjoy this process, of course, you can do one after another and create yourself a whole collection of especially things that you tend to use a lot. So simple materials, simple process, not something I can lead you through totally in detail, step by step, or show you things to copy. You'll be working with your own specimen, and you can view this as, I think, more of a demonstration that you work along with. So I really encourage you to take the time and do this, and see how you like it. One more point. Almost the whole video I'm presenting to you in real time. In other words, generally speaking, there are a few cases where I do, but generally speaking, I'm not speeding up the video. And that's because I wanted you also to have a sense of how long some of these things take. So hopefully this will be helpful and enjoyable. And I'll see you at the work table in just a few minutes with my pencil and paper. Bye-bye.